welcome back to Soccer Cards United. This is not quite episode 177 of the greatest soccer card podcast in the world. Hi, I'm Jason. Enzo is busy somewhere preparing for tomorrow. I'm recording this on Friday. Tomorrow we have our second ever Dublin trade night. We're hosting one of our Dublin trade nights here, of course during the day, because doing it at night would be too simple for the Soccer Cards United way. So Dublin trade night is tomorrow, Saturday, and so we've been prepping for that, which is why we didn't get time to record a podcast at the back half of this week. But I just wanted to jump on and have a chat with everyone, because, truth be told, I miss you. I miss you when I'm not here, when I don't get to talk to you. So tomorrow is trade night. I know a lot of people in Dublin and from around Ireland are coming to that. I know some people just heard about it. And we're like, oh my god, why didn't I hear about this? The reason you didn't hear about it is that we promoted it firstly through our Irish Hobby Facebook group, which is only for people who are either living in Ireland and involved in the hobby, or from Ireland and involved in the hobby. But we do try and keep that relatively tight, and we're trying to grow these events. So we're not putting it everywhere, because we want people who are going to turn up to come, we want people who are going to enjoy it to come, who are going to be able to take advantage of it to come. But keep an eye on all our channels. When we have an event that we can market with loads and loads of time in advance, we will do so. Looking forward to seeing people tomorrow, and looking forward to seeing other people at future events. So we put it on Instagram and all that stuff. It has been on our Instagram feed. We've been talking about it on the podcast. But I know some people don't listen to every episode or don't look at every Instagram post. So in future, we will be doing more of these. And as we grow them, we'll be able to advertise them with a greater lead time. So just to say that, very excited for tomorrow, another Dublin trade night. Okay, we're back on Monday with a full podcast. So that'll be good. Me and Enzo will be going. We'll tell you how the trade night went. We'll talk about all sorts of stuff. One of the things we're going to talk about on Monday is the Women's World Cup final. The Women's World Cup final is on Sunday, Sunday morning, our time, between England and Spain. Now, Spain, you may remember, we predicted to beat Ireland in the final before the World Cup. That was our bracket, so we had them on that side of the draw. England, European champions, look unbelievable. They beat Australia to get into the final. If you haven't seen any of the Women's World Cup, and therefore you're a little bit shy about watching the final, don't be. The final is going to be absolutely box office. It's been a fantastic tournament. I would highly recommend watching it. England and Spain, I mean, the level is just so high with those two teams compared to anything you've seen anybody do with a football. So do watch that if you get a chance. The third place playoff is tomorrow morning between Sweden and Australia. I'm very excited for the Women's World Cup final. We're going to talk about all that on Monday. Another big thing for us over the weekend, as well as our trade night. Tomorrow is a big day for us because Frosinone are back as Serie B champions in the Italian Serie A, and kick off the new campaign this Saturday evening versus the champions Napoli. So please do spare a thought. Just kind of keep in your prayers and keep your fingers crossed for Victor Osimhen and Kavica Kvaratskhelia as they come up against the mighty Canarini, the Canaries, coached by former Roma coach Eusebio Di Francesco, who people may remember from the latter stages of the Champions League a few seasons ago. So that's very exciting. So we're going to be talking about that probably, because we're definitely going to be watching the Frosinone match if trade night finishes in time. But yeah, we also, I don't know if people know this, Enzo and I used to host a podcast called the Frosinone, which was about Frosinone. And then we stopped doing that podcast because we found it very, very difficult to do 3 podcasts a week. And I know you're thinking, 3? You barely get 2 done most weeks. But we were talking about maybe bringing the Frosinone back in some sort of capacity, maybe as a segment on Soccer Cards United, maybe as its own thing. So if anyone out there has a burning desire to go through the season with Frosinone and listen to a podcast about it, you could always write in and tell us. because that would inform our decision-making process for whether or not to bring back the Frosinone in some way, shape, or form. If you're wondering what the Frosinone sounded like, it's up wherever you get podcasts. You can go back and hear it. It's hearing me and Enzo pre-SCU. We were just little baby podcasters. We didn't even know what we were training for. We were training for the greatest soccer card podcast in the world. Also, speaking of submissions and getting in touch with us, we are going to be doing a Q&A show, hopefully next week. I have put on Instagram yesterday or something, just to say, do people want us to do more Q&A shows? Because I got like a memory on, like a Instagram memory thing on the stories. So I sound like a 100-year-old man trying to describe social media. But if you are interested in us bringing back Q&A on a kind of more regular basis, obviously it's not going to be a weekly kind of Postcard United situation, because the format of the show has changed. But maybe I'd like to do it once every 2 weeks, you know, a couple times a month, just do a kind of regular Q&A show, because I think we missed that interaction with you guys. So let us know about that. Let us know about your newfound allegiance to Frosinone in Serie A. Let us know what you think of the Women's World Cup final, or who you think is going to win. And and if you've been opening products and stuff like that, you know, and you have thoughts on products, always send them in. Because there's a lot of products coming out right now. As you've seen on our YouTube channel, we do open some of them. As you've seen on the website, we do have some of them, but not all of them. And we're all kind of opening different stuff right now because there's so many products coming out. So if you're interested, or you're looking at stuff, or you're opening stuff, or you're breaking stuff, or you're entering into breaks and stuff, let us reach out. Don't be a stranger. Give us your thoughts. But I guess we can do all that in the Q&A show, which we'll do next week. Anyway, in the meantime, have a great weekend, everyone. Enjoy the World Cup final. Enjoy some of the big club games that are on. And we'll see you on Monday, and we'll let you know how it all goes. All right. Okay. So long. Have a good weekend.